Good morning, and welcome to today's live stream. It is about 10 a.m. here in Brisbane in Queensland, Australia. What time is it for you guys, and where are you? If you're watching the replay, pop that into the comments down below as well. I love to know where everyone's from. I see it sort of in the YouTube stats, but it's not as exciting as reading it. Good morning, lots of people already in the chat. So for those of you watching the live or the replay, make sure you just check that drop down that says top chat and change it to live chat. Otherwise you miss some bits and bobs. I do it all the time. I forget to change it. I've changed it here and I've changed it in my little one that I'm watching. Now I've got some settings I've adjusted and tweaked and changed today, guys. I'm running different internet. So fingers are crossed that we don't get too much glitchy stuff going on. We've got some weird weather happening. Isn't there just some seriously weird weather happening in the world at the moment? We've got in Australia alone, we've got bushfires, floods, and just rainy weather, also heat waves, also cold waves, all hitting Australia at once. I know there's some insane weather hitting the US. Let me know what's going on where you are. Chris Bragg says it's 7 p.m. Western New York. Lindsay Chateau says that it's 7 p.m. Pennsylvania. Good morning. Thank you, Lindsay. Jess M is in Mississippi. It's 6 p.m. for her. Lisa is watching from Winton. How are you going, Lisa? Are you keeping okay up there? Emma Bow from Canberra, 11 a.m. Hey, Emma. 11 in New South Wales. 10:30 in Adelaide. Naomi Jane's watching from Melbourne. Jennifer's watching from Brisbane. And Bub Curran is in a very wet part of North Queensland. I am sorry to hear that, Bub. Is it actually, like, my question is, for those of you in the floods up north, is it just going to cause damage, or is it some stage you guys are going to go, hey, this was actually not 100% terrible, it was 90% terrible? I don't really understand. Down here where we are in Queensland, we had some pretty bad floods a few years ago. And the problem was they did no good. All they did was destroy. We didn't have dams filled. We didn't, you know, the grass got green. I had a fence fall over, you know, like a big Besta brick fence got undermined and fell over. So for us, it was all bad. But I don't know, will some of it end up being good for you? Chris Bragg says, we had I've earlier, now just rain. I'm just keeping an eye out. I just had a car pull up, guys. Lindsay says, decent weather finally for us, just a bit rainy, no more polar vortex. Oh, thank goodness. Helen is saying it's 6 p.m. in Oklahoma, but it's, and misting rain. There's rain in the USA. It's crochet o'clock. Stephanie, how are you? I've been reading all these things that you've been unwell, and I hope you're feeling better. Do you know, Stephanie, because like after you said that you got sick after your Patreon chat, I've made sure I've got a hot honey water to protect my throat. I also have a coffee, but it's just out of my reach. I'm just going to go and get it. Oh, I've got my coffee as well, but I hope you're feeling better soon, lovey. I really do. I really do. Kathleen Champ, welcome to the chat. 4 p.m. in Northern Carolina. 64, cold wind, but very sunny, but the rain is coming. 10 a.m. on the Gold Coast. Chintamani, pretending to be 11 because I work for a Victorian company. I love that. I'm pretending it's 11 o'clock right now. Lisa says we're all good up here. Some local flooding and roads cut. We had 8 inches in town. Oh my gosh, that's so much water. There's just so much going on. Hey, Jackie. Hey, guys, Kim and Jackie are our moderators today, and it's Crochet O'Clock as well. They have got the spanners of wielding if you are naughty, if you are bad, if you do things we don't like, or say things that are rude and nasty. Funny is okay. Funny and rude's fine. Rude and nasty, not so much. They will whack you with their spanners. That was my mum sending me a message. I could have sworn I muted that. I mustn't have. So my mum's listening, guys, but she can't chat for some reason, so we don't know why. She may not be logged in. May not be logged into YouTube. So if you're not logged in, you can't chat. Stephanie says, I'm feeling much better now. I'm at work, but I'm listening. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Bub says, everything has been put up as the creek threatened to come into the house. Creeks aren't allowed in the house. Oh my gosh. Spanners of death. That's right. That's exactly right. Jackie says, we hardly have to do anything. Everyone's so well behaved here. Is that a good thing? Like, I know Kim wants to whack people with her spanner. Do you want to whack people, Jackie? Bub says that they've had 30 inches of rain in 9 days. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We were having a bit of a whinge here. Like, I'm not far from a capital city. We're pretty right here, right? We buy all our food. We don't grow any of it. We don't grow food for the rest of the nation either. And we're like, oh geez, the grass is getting brown. It'd be nice to get a bit of rain. And then all this stuff happened with up north, and I'm just like, oh, that's not exactly what I meant, but okay. Donna says, wanted y'all to know that I love my Chow-goo needles. Oh, I'm so glad, Donna. It's one of those things where I'm like, get Chow-goo, get Chow-goo. And then some people are like, well, I didn't really like them. And you're just like, wait, what? And then there's people like you, Donna, who love them, and I'm so excited. And also, I know that Andrea can't be in the chat today, but she's picked up some Chow-goo straight needles, just a set of the 9-inch straights. She's loving them. I like to use circulars for 99% of my knitting, but for some reason when I'm making face washes or like things with just 10 stitches or something, I like a straight. I like a straight. So, and the Chow-goos do a really nice bamboo straight, and I'm not a bamboo fan. I like the Chow-goo stainless steel. And it's not that I don't like Chow-goo's bamboo, I just don't like bamboo in general. But as far as bamboo goes, it's pretty dang good. It's nice, smooth, it's light, it's well, it doesn't snag the yarn, which is all the horrible things. Alicia Murray says, we've only had a dusting of snow on the ground. Well, that's not bad, Alicia. Lindsay says, there's a random troll that pops in once in a while. They probably make the spanners happy. Exactly right. And when Freaky Geek jumps in, everyone's like waiting to see if we have to like mute Freaky Geek. So, good morning, Allegra. Welcome to the chat. Sally says, I find that straight needles get in my way. Yeah, I agree. And that's why I like the little 9-inch ones. They're not too long. If I'm making something big, like say a jumper or something with more than about 20 stitches, or, well, no, I do face washes. It's maybe 30 or 40 stitches. If there's more than 30 or 40 stitches, I'm onto circulars straight up every time. You could use an interchangeable tip with a stopper on the end. You could. You absolutely could. You could use a stopper on the end of an interchangeable tip with a 20 centimeter cable and make just really long sort of straights. Allegra says, that's what I use for my scrap blankets. Absolutely. Rowan's, I am going okay today, Rowan's Impressions. I was realizing last night when I was sort of thinking about what I was going to do, what craft I was going to bring out to the shack to work on, I was just like, you know what? I don't actually have time to just do craft. I've got boxes of stock here that need pricing, that I need to put on the website, and I normally price it first to make sure that I've got the right price on the website. So if you guys don't mind, I would like to unbox some stuff and price it while I chat, if that's okay. But I wanted to, you know, talk first. These are just my pricing stickers. It's just got my logo, which looks schmick, and the price, and my website if someone wants to reorder. Do you guys think that's enough information on a pricing sticker? I'm just having a read here. Emma Bow says on our farm, our rainfall from the 1st of January 2018 to 20th of November 2018 was 247 mil. Half of that was in January, February. We've had a bit since then, but still very definitely in drought here. Okay, that's annoying. That's bad for you. That's very bad. Allegra says, but with the crap KP needles that I don't want to use for my actual valuable projects. Fair enough. If I'm using really big size, I find my tension is more even if I use straights. I agree with you, Kim. Absolutely. I love how with Chow-goo they have made it so that when you're using the interchangeables, they have a thicker cable so it doesn't taper down quite so much, but you've still got a taper down. So if you've only got a few stitches on a bulky yarn, you're better off with straights, I think. That's my personal opinion. A lot of people have no problems whatsoever, bulky yarns, circular needles. It's just what I prefer. You guys know, I have like heavy duty opinions, right? So Leonie, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Those of you that are in the chat, don't forget to double check you've got your live chat clicked instead of top chat so you get all the messages. And the same for you that are in the replay. Make sure you've got the live chat clicked, otherwise you miss out on some of the conversation. I say this because I did it last week's live chat pretty much in top chat and kept missing people's comments. So that's why I'm reminding everybody lots today. I think I'm going to start with my what am I saying? Clover. I had a bit of a clover order turn up yesterday. It wasn't my whole order, which I was a bit like, oh, I want the other things. But it was most of the order, so I can't complain too hard. All it's missing is the 9 hook sets of the from the Clover & More standard sizes, and also the 2.5 mil in the Clover & More. Sally says she's looking forward to receiving her Tunisian double-ended hook and testing it out. Awesome, Sally. I can't wait to see how it goes. It shipped out yesterday. But we'll see what you think. So I've just got to double check things don't have my like address on. Well, I mean, like seriously, most of you have been here really. Well, not most of you, but you know, those of you that were going to come to my house, you've come to my house. So let's have a look. What have we got in the first package here? Do you know, guys, do you want to know something a bit sad? I keep all this bubble wrap and I reuse it. So what have we got here? So I'll pop that over there. We've got, some stainless steel hook sets. So if I have to double check the pricing on things, I think they're about 75. So if you're looking for the stainless steel, like the tiny hooks, you know, the starting at 0.6 mil, this is my next purchase, is to get this hook set. It's great for beading. If you're beading, they've got nice, like, elongate. You can get a couple of beads on there if you want to put more than one bead on at a time. And some good sizes and some nice handles. So that's pretty cool. So there's 2 of those. So I think I have to double check. I think they're about 75, but I didn't write down their pricing because I wasn't going to price them today. But I did write down the big ones here. What have we got here? We've got 12 mil, 7, 7, 8, 10. So these are like the plastic handled ones from, so I wrote them down. So if I need to get, I didn't grab out their pricing sheets. Looking forward to, here we go. Good morning, Marion. Kim suggested if you would like to, there's a Patreon for the Fibrific Fun Zone. For me. There's a Patreon for me if you want to support the channel, help me buy new gear, to keep testing out new technology and keep trying out new things, to make it better for everybody. So I would like you, then, I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. I'll try again in a second. The Patreon for Fibrific helps to support this channel. So any money that those of you that put in, chips in and buys me a coffee a month, all that money gets put into a little bucket that I keep separate from the rest of Fibrific money, so that I can justify spending money on new gear. I want to get another camera and, you know, things like that. So I use those funds specifically for gear for this channel, so that we can keep trying things, get better internet, all that sort of thing. So, you know, thumbs up, fingers crossed. We'll see how we go. Speaking of which, how is the stream going today? Is your audio good? I can see we're not glitching too much, which is great, but I do have it muted, so I can't tell if the audio is all right. I did try tweaking it a little bit and just getting the volume up a dash, but you know, let me know how it went. Kim, oh yeah, I wrote down all these hooks, Kim. It was just the set I didn't write down, the stainless steel set. But thank you. Steel hook sets is 68. Oh, thank you, Kim. I don't have a sticker for that. I'll have to make one up. Sally says, I'm wanting to try Tunisian in the round and didn't want to just use a straight one. Oh, okay, cool. Helen says, thumbs up, everybody. Thank you, Helen, for reminding everybody. And Sally and Lisa are both saying that everything is good, so that is good. I'm just going to reach over here. I'm so organized. I've got all my labels all pre-printed and I just keep them in piles, and they're mostly in numerical order except for these 2 because I was using them yesterday. So I've already got the 1150s. I need 12, 13, 14, 15. So just let me just dig, okay? There's 12s. Is it 1250s is what I need. 1250, 13. I've got some 14s there. And 15s. Why have I got so many pages of 15s? Okay, that's all right. We'll just put this over here. And was that where the 14s were? Yeah, good. Okay, please give a whack on the old like button from Kathleen. Thank you, Kathleen. Gee, that's a nice pen you have there. Oh, this pen, this little old thing. I love these pens. Last year, I had some Fibrific pens printed up for those of you that don't know and don't have one. I have tried to give one to pretty much everybody, whether they wanted them or not. But they write really nicely and they're a nice weight in your hand. But they also have a stylus for your smartphone on the end. And it's like a, you know, it's a twist pen. And then, because I keep doing this, I keep going to, you know, open the pen because I'm a clicky pen girl. But yeah, I really like how it writes and I like the weight. So I've kept a couple for myself. Random people at the coffee club. Yeah, just anybody who wants one, really. 12.50. All right. So 7s and 8s. Get that one. So what have you guys all been up to? Let me know in the chat. And those of you watching the replay as well, don't forget to tell me what projects you're working on. So I am mentioning the replay a bit, you guys, because I've realized I don't talk to those people who watch the replay and I feel really bad about it. So I really want to make sure that those of you who are watching the replay drop comments in. I go and check them, you guys. I go and check them and I'll reply to your comments. If you drop them in at the, like, I reply to your comments if I see them come up in the chat live. And if I watch the replay, they come up as standard comments at the bottom of the video. I get notified when those comments go in, so I'm going to go in and check it and say hi and stuff like that. Catherine Miller says, hi, this is my first live chat with you and I'm so happy. Catherine, I'm so glad you could make it to the chat. Welcome, welcome. How did you find our chat? Leanne says, good morning, tiny bit late. I love my Fibrific pen. Oh, Leanne, welcome to the chat. Are you going to come to Caffeinated Crafters tonight? Chris Bragg is currently testing patterns for several designers. Good job, Chris. That's a hard job. Like I used to do that job. And some designers are better than others, let's say. I'm just going to look here. I need the 13s. I've done the 12s. 13s are for the 9s and the 10s. So that one. Alicia Murray says, I should be cleaning my house. I just went through a bunch of jewelry I've bought from the thrift store to use in my craft projects. Are you crafting? Because I do that all the time. Oh no, Rowan's impressions made it back after being disconnected. Was it Rowan? Was it your end or did something happen here? I'm glad you made it back though. So Slack, the robot vac way of doing my bedroom so I can justify watching you. I so want one of them robot vacuums. It would be the best. It would be the best. Leanne says no car at the moment. My son's borrowed it maybe next fortnight. Oh, I can't wait to see you again, Leanne. You come when you can come. Lindsay says, I have mugs from Pippin, Poppycock and its crochet clock. How do I go about getting a Fibrific mug? Well, funny you should ask that, Lindsay. I have got some test mugs on their way to me as we speak. So I can double check I'm happy with them and then we'll be able to order them directly through my website or from Printful. They will fulfill from the US, so they will take longer. And so yeah, so they're coming. They're very soon coming. I'm going to make a coffee in it, test it out, and once I'm happy, I'm going to release it to the world. That and a couple of other little things with our cheeky little ninja on it. Chintami says, I want to come tonight, but apparently I have to take the niece to Target. There is a Target at Browns Plains, just saying. Natalie Power says she's working on her Adelong sweater. Hey Nat, how are you going? Random search in an effort to find new podcasters. Oh well, welcome to the chat, Catherine. I'm so glad that we came up in this in your quest. Allegra says, I'm going to pick up the first of the wedding cake taste tests in about an hour. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I hope that you get cakes you're happy with. We had a delicious cake. Where's my 14? I had a 14 somewhere. What did I do with it? There it is. It's fine. Don't worry, guys. It's totally fine. I need it for that one. Allegra, could you bring them tonight and then we can give you our opinions? Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Not that Allegra probably doesn't have a total plan sorted out already. Oh, Kathleen says, I'm listening. I want to jump in top combo, but getting ready for class. Hope to join in a few minutes. Back at school, plus sitting grandkids, pushing my physical abilities beyond. They're worth it. Yeah, look, I understand that totally. I really do. It's so cool having your favorite YouTubers merch. I agree. I love having my favorite YouTubers merch. I really do. So, you know, it's exciting for me to be able to go, hey guys, guess what? They're here. But they're not here yet. They're not here. I'm waiting. They shipped last week. So it could be a little while. We'll see how long it takes to ship, because that's part of the thing. I've got a few different things coming. I've got the mugs, some totes, a couple of t-shirts, 2 different styles of t-shirts. Just so I can have a feel of the quality and see what it's like. If I don't like the quality, guys, I'm not going to sell it. But I think the mugs will be pretty fine. So we'll see how they go. Crochet Clock says she has to head out, but it was so happy to hear my voice. I miss your face. We'll chat soon. Yes, absolutely, Stephanie. Absolutely. Kim says, I like having my favorite YouTubers on speed dial. Oh gosh. Yeah, Allegra can't make it to Caffeinated Crafters for a while. I understand. You're not exactly local. I'd love to know where everyone is going to get their merch logos done. The little cute ones and the little cartoony. Any ideas? I think it all really depends. Like, Jacob made mine. So Jacob pops into our chat every now and again from Atoric Design. He did up mine, but I don't know. Some people make their own. Some are just so clever. Not clever me. I can't draw to save myself. Well, I could possibly draw enough to save myself. If stick figures counted. Or trees. I can do trees. As long as you don't want them in perspective. It's all good. Did I miss my chance to order some test merch? You did, Kim. I'm sorry. I did it very late at night. And I'll be doing another run. Honestly, I'll be having some more stuff come in, so don't panic. Don't panic. Natalie says, I'm good, busy with work though, changes happening. Oh, I hope they're good changes. But that sounds rather ominous, doesn't it? Sounds ominous. So, look, we've got more hooks to price. I'm just sitting here like a fish doing nothing. So let's price some stuff. Because I'm basically out of anything bigger than a 6mm at the moment in the clover. It's near the bin. And I also decided to get some of the quick locking markers. Which ones do I get? Jumbo locking stitch markers, quick locks. I don't know what the quick locks are. Let's open some of them. These are all just hooks. We know what hooks look like. We'll just push them to the side. Quick locking. I hope they're the ones I thought they were. I've just got a pile of stuff I'm not happy with. Let's see. Let's see. They're cute. They're like little jaggedy ones. Can you guys see this? They're the little jaggedies. And they're nice and fine. Ooh, I'll have to, I don't know what kind of price I'm going to have to put on those. I'll have to double check what I paid for them. But they look great. Kim says, I was pleasantly surprised by how smooth the 6.5 and the large clover hooks are, considering they're all plastic, not aluminium like the rest of the Amore range. Yeah, absolutely. I was surprised as well. That's something that it's a different grade of plastic. It doesn't have a seam down it. It's good. It's really good. Kim's popped in a link to Jacob's Instagram page. Thank you, Kim. I find Jacob's work to be really good, and he's really professional but also fun. So it's a nice working environment. Sally says I should pull my finger out and do some work, but I've lost my motivation, and she's lost her Crojo. Oh no, it's like, you know, summer's a good time to lose your Crojo, honestly. It is hard. It is hard. Are they supposed to be sheep? I don't think so. Although they do look rather sheepish. I don't think they're supposed to be sheep, but they would look like sheep. So I'm totally going to keep a set for myself. So let's open them up and have a look. Oh, and check that out. They don't just come loose in the pack like a lot of them do. They've got their own little sub pack. That's handy. I'll probably wreck that in about 4 minutes. Let's have a squiz. They feel nice. The pack feels nice. Could totally use these with lace weight, guys. Let's have a look once they're clipped up. They do look like little sheepies. Look at that, all clipped up. They look like little sheep. They're very thin though. I can imagine me with my little fat chunky fingers giving them a good squish and snapping them eventually. They're quite pliable, so they seem to be. But I like how fine they are. Like, they're nice and pointy and fine. You'd be able to get those between some good stitches. Cool, new toy. That's mine. You guys can't have that one. Mine. Okay, I'll pop that over there. Right, so I bought a few boxes of those. So I got, that's the small. Then I got the quick lockings in medium and large as well. I wonder if they're different colors. Legless sheep. They are totally legless sheep. They should drink less. What did you say there? You find it, I find Jacob easily surprised at how hardcore we are about things. Yeah. Oh look, they are. They're different colors, different sizes. Look at that. These are the medium and they're in pink and blue. What color were these ones? The smalls were like a hot corally red and green. These are pink and blue. I like it when things are color coded like that. And then the large, what color do you reckon the large will be? Get in. Come on. I left my Stanley knife in the house. Clover's my favourite lockable stitch markers. Yeah, me too, but I normally use their padlocks. Oh, look at the large ones. Look at these big sheep. They're totally sheep in my brain now, you guys. They're totally sheep. Yellow and purple sheep, or lilac. That's lilac. So that's the big lockables, which I don't have a price for yet. I'll have to, it's right, I'll have to work that out, but they'll go up on the website. And then these are just the standing ones. These are the ones I normally get. Allegra says teal and orange. Yeah, I think these are the ones we normally get. Yep, this is them. This is the standard, but I got I got these ones. So they're quite big. They're a lot bigger than the usual size. And see, when I put my order in, I wanted to get a few more things because, you know, I only had the basics for Clover and I wanted to spread it out a little bit. And Clover really are my go-to for hooks now. Wow, they are seriously jumbo. That is massive. That's basically stitch saver size. That's so big. But again, quality plastic. You can't go past quality. If you're going to use a plastic thing, make sure it's quality plastic thing. Those are my preferred ones for cabling. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, legless, absolutely. I saw mention that the Clover ring markers aren't so soft anymore. I think there's a couple of different styles because I know that some are and some aren't, and the ones I currently have are not soft. They're hard and I don't like them. Oops, I covered up my list with all my pricing on it. 9s are 13. Hang on. And so I you know, it's awkward when people change your favorite things. Like, I felt really weird when they changed my sunflower base. It felt like a personal affront, even though I know it's not. They're just doing it for their own, you know, it's their business, so they can do whatever they want. But I felt really let down. And so when companies change your favorite tools, hang on, 12.50. When they change your favorite tools, it is disappointing. And you know, there's not a lot we can really do about it. And it's just generally upsetting. Kim says blinglets for the win. Absolutely blinglets for the win. Let me in. I really should have grabbed the sharper scissors, right? So we're getting lots of new hooks here, guys. So far they're just, oh wow, I didn't realize that the 6.5s were like eye melting green. So these are just being priced. They're not actually up on the website yet. I'm hoping to have them up by this afternoon so that, you know, I can sell some. Oh dear. So yeah, it's very difficult not to take some business decisions very personally when it very personally affects you. Absolutely, Allegra. Absolutely. And sometimes I think some businesses don't realize how personally things will affect everyone. Yeah, the large ones are all fluorocolors. Oh, yeah, you're right. They are. They're quite bright, aren't they? 6-4. I'm just getting all the big ones out of the way first. Alright, all the big ones are out of the way. Now we're on to the little ones, which are all $11.50. Okay, everything under 6 mil is $11.50. Yes. I hope it's okay to ask, how do you go about becoming a stockist? Well, you've got to contact either the company direct or a distributor and put in an application. Most of them have very standard application processes. So I tend to find the supplier and go about it that way. Yeah, it just depends. Sometimes you're better off going through a local distributor. Sometimes you're better off finding the international company and getting it shipped directly. Gu, I go directly through Gu. But it just depends on, you know, what you can and can't do. If you can't import it directly yourself, you might have to find a local distributor, and they're not always the greatest. Sometimes they are fine, sometimes they're not good, because you're dealing with another business. So see how you go. Alyssa, time to pick up my daughter might be on when I get back home. Maybe we're here for about another hour or so, so you know, we'll see how you go. Have fun, drive safe, or walk, I don't know. Lisa said she loved the big clover stitch markers. Yeah, they're good, aren't they? I think they're fun. I don't know, I don't do much that requires the big ones, but some of the, because I don't use a lot of chunky yarns. Oh, get on there, you. But what I was thinking is, you know, sometimes when you're like knitting a sweater or something and you've got to put a marker in to remind you to measure from this point to go down, then it'll be good for that, because then you can remove that marker and stuff. But I agree, blinglets are the best, Chintamani. Totally. But you can't use them for crochet, so that's the catch. If you're looking for stitch markers for crochet, you'll need something that opens and closes, like these lockable ones are good for that. Otherwise, you can get scraps of yarn. But blinglets I find to be the best, and that's not at all because I'm biased and I make them. No. Sally says I'm still here, but I'll be lurking for. Okay, no problem, Sal. Have a good one. We'll talk about you, and so that you can't reply. That's what we'll do. Everybody, tell me something. No, I'm kidding. So if money was no object, right? What would be a yarn you would want to try? Like, have a little think about it. Any yarn, anywhere in the world, and you didn't have to think about pricing or importing or anything like that. What would be a yarn that you want to see or try or touch or whatever? And that goes for you too, watching the replay. Let me know in the comments down below, because I'm always curious and I'm always looking for new yarns. And something I realized today was, like, I got an email from Blueprint, which is, you know, what they call the Craftsy annual subscription thing now. And I get like a massive discount, like everyone who has the subscription gets like a discount on the kits, and I didn't even realize. So I was like looking at it going, let's have a look here. Kim wants to try sea silk. Lisa wants to try alpaca. Allegra's woolmisa. What's that yak yarn with the strange name? I don't know. I want to try some of the bison yarn, personally, the stuff that comes from the US. What's his name? Bison Bayou, I think it's called. Rowan's Impression and Chris Bragg are both into the silk. If difficulty of acquisition was no object to, absolutely, yes. If you could just click your fingers, Star Trek style, put it in the thing and have it replicated right in front of you, what would be what you want to try? Sally says, any of the hand dyes in the US, there's Hello Stella, Montana Crochet. Chintamani wants to try alpaca and cashmere and some of the really rare breeds of sheep. Plotopi, Letopi on a cardigan, Plotopi. Who did I know that had some of that? I know someone that had some of that. Muskox, yes, absolutely. And Kiviot, for sure. Rebecca wants to know, how's my summer? It is hot and raining right now, but hot and horrible and hot and sticky and muggy and hot. I'm getting a mix with vampire deer in it. Ah, is that coming from Eggshell Bunny? She has some amazing blends. Marion says, I've got a bison kit to make a bag you can have. You don't want to make it, Marion? Jennifer wants to cashmere and silk. Did I miss Freaky Geek? Hey, Freaky Geek, welcome to the chat. Apparently it's muskox, not yak. Oh, there you go. I don't know what it's called. So many amazing things to try though. Just so many things, like, because for me I'd love to get my hands on some of the like UK dyers and what's the name, La Bien-Amie in France. I follow them on Instagram and I look at their yarns and just go, oh, drool with some drool on the side with extra drool. Freaky Geeks Lake, that's okay, Freaky, it's totally fine. Darla wants to try my yarn. Oh, thank you, Darla. That's surprising, but thank you. Freaky says she'll want to work with garlic while working with your vampire deer. It's probably not a bad idea. Kiviot, not English. So no you after the Q. Yeah, it's not quivet. It's not English, so no you after the Q. Oh yeah, sorry, I had to think about that. You're talking about spelling, not pronunciation. It's fine, it's totally fine. Freaky says, nice heaping of a bit of drool down there. Yeah, absolutely. Drool on the side. Oh look, we finished one page. Just throw that over to the... I'm gonna have to pick all that up later, you know. I'm not helping myself. Gosh. Let me have a sip here. Alrighty. Still going, still got more hooks, and I've got a big pile of stuff here from Nancy's Knickknacks to Price as well. You guys are legends for letting me just do this while we chat today. I really appreciate it. I know I like to try and do some craft or something like that normally, but I'm just a bit behind and I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed. I want to try Pegasus. Fingers crossed we get some for the February MLC. So for those of you that don't know, the poor old sunflower base that I used to use got changed and it's no longer available. And I've started getting in another yarn base and it's called Pegasus. And I've been playing with it and I've been drilling a lot. I have lots of skeins ready for dyeing. And Kim's wanting to know if in her next Mystery Lace Club box if there's going to be any Pegasus in it. But she'll have to wait and see until the Mystery Lace box arrives to find out what's in the Mystery Lace box. Otherwise it wouldn't be a mystery, Kim. It's the Mystery Lace box, not let's tell everything on the interwebs before it arrives lace box. I've actually noticed a few extra names coming through for the Mystery Lace box, so I really appreciate those of you that are jumping on board and joining us for our journey of Mystery Lace. As we talk about in different things, in different places, it's not all lace weight yarn. It can be any weight of yarn, but all the patterns have lace in them. So I think was it last month we shipped out yarn that was actually a DK weight, but the pattern was lace. We shipped out 4-ply yarn. We have done lace weight yarns. We've done quite a few lace weight yarns as a matter of fact, but everything is more about what you can make with it rather than the weight of the yarn. Does that make sense? So if you are a crocheter or a knitter who's not a lace knitter, you still get a good amount of yarn. You get at least 100 grams. Last month everyone got 250 grams of DK to make their lace shawl. You always get enough to make at least one of the sizes available in the pattern. There's no, hey, I ran out, unless of course you adjust the pattern. And even if you do run out, there's a really great community over on the Mystery Lace Club secret group on Facebook, and we can all talk to each other there, and I've normally always got a bit of spare as well. So if you want to get involved in the Mystery Lace Club, then totally jump in. It's more about the yarn than the patterns, I think. Kim has basically been curating hers. I don't think, Kim, have you actually finished any of your Mystery Lace Club projects? I don't know. We'll see. Kim says, ooh, speaking of yarn and dyeing, dye stream next week. I'm trying to make it happen. That's why I'm testing this internet here today. If this is happy and working, we should be right for a dye stream next week. So make sure you're getting your photos up on Instagram with the hashtag FibrificInspo if you want me to dye yarn to match your inspiration. Now I know I've also got some yarns here where people wanted them and they were going to pick them up, or I'm not sure, I assume they were picking them up. And they're still here, so don't panic if you were waiting on yarn. And if you were assuming that I was posting it, you need to contact me because some of these I don't think I charge postage because they said they were picking them up, but we'll see. Freaky Geek says, oh, not fair, I won't be there. Chris says, I would love to try the MLC. I need that unlimited money. Yeah, we all need that unlimited money for all the things I want to do, absolutely. I would like to just hand deliver everybody's MLCs all around the world. That's what I'd love to do. Kim has finished March and April. Good job, Kim. Fantastic. 2. Claire Bartowski is our winner of the most finished Mystery Lace Club projects. I think, is it right in saying that Claire has finished everything except for December's? Is that right? I think I would be right in saying that. And that's only because I'm a dum-dum and didn't think about it and sent out a beautiful, beautiful mohair kid silk style of yarn in December. And in Australia, December, it's disgusting. So I would be surprised if anyone's used up their yarn yet because it's so feral and horrid. Hand delivered, absolutely. Freaky Geek says, I know that dropping stitch goes, my first sweater went well enough, but after I wash I notice a hole, but it's fixed. Did someone drop a stitch? Did I miss something? I'm on live chat, I shouldn't be missing things. Okay, Freaky Geek's here because he's sick. MLC aircon required edition. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I did not think that through, did I? Alright, so I should write, I don't want to write on these because these ones, the stainless steel sets, Kim had a look online for me and I've got them listed at 68, but I don't have any tickets that say 68 because, you know, not organised, but I'll do those later. I'm just saying that so that when I rewind and watch later, because I do, I remember. Okay, I'm clearing some space for the next things. Aircon, yes, but no fans because it blows all the fibers everywhere. Yes. Chris bragged we could all use the unlimited money. Yes, I think so. We all have yarn and stuff that we want to buy. Alright, and then all the little pile of the locking stitch markers, which I didn't price because I don't know how much they're going to be. I'll have to look those up and work it out because they're new. But they'll all be going up this afternoon, or mostly. Those ones I might need to take a photo. We'll see. Have a little drink. Tape the fan's mouth shut. I shook my sister's money tree while at her house, lol. I love that. I love it. Okay, I'm moving on to my $6 sheets because in this box here, which I'm just working out where I'm going to put it, I'm just going to swing it around here. Ugh. There's one box. Got a couple of New Nations cases. So I've got green and because I'll count these while I'm here. Green, more green. Hope everyone likes the green. It seems there's a lot of green. Okay, 3, 6, 9, 11 green so far. And then we've got blue. Man, do I know your stock or what? Yes, you know my stock, Kim. Blue, 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 blue. Oh, more blue. And some more blue. All right, what have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 in the blue. Like the blue. Yeah, it's a good blue. I like this one. I'm just making some room. Making the rooms. Then we've got yellow. I got a free gift. Thanks. Alright. That's all the yellow. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 yellows. Marion's got a purple one. Oh, Jennifer wants to know what is in an ocean's case. Okay, not a dumb question at all. I might grab a darker colour just so you can see it a bit easier. But it's a case. Then you open it up. And you can pop all your stitch markers, your weaving in needles. I actually fill this side with beads when I'm bead knitting, and it locks down, and then you can actually lock it closed so I have no beads escape while I'm working. But yeah, it's just for putting all your little notions and what have you in it. It's really cute, small. I've got one for nearly every project bag. Each time Nancy's Knickknacks bring out new colours, I normally grab a new colour. So yeah, but lots of things. Some of them are out of frame. Yeah, sorry, it's because I've got to bring in some more. I got the pink ones, so I'll bring it. There we go. How's that? Got one of each colour in frame. All right, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12. This is actually a really balanced batch this time. One time I got them in and there was like 6 of these, 7 of those, and then a million blues and greens. So it's really nice. It's really nice. They are lovely. They're really nice little cases. They're well made. I've actually had, the only thing I've got one that's about 6 years old now, and the one that had my most used blinglets, this broke off. But that's after 6 years of me using it all the time. So they're really, really cute. Instead of the current specimen jar that you use, yeah. Although a specimen jar would be fun, just to stress people out, because you don't need to tell everybody that, you know, that it's unused. And Nancy's Knickknacks sent me a free knitter's magnetic necklace. I love these magnetic necklaces. They're really cute. So thank you for that, Bob and the girls over there. I just need to write down how many of each of these I've got. So pop quiz, how many of each colour did I have? Did everybody remember? Got blue, green, yellow, pink, red colour. Okay, do you remember? I have to go back and count, don't I? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 5, 10, 13, 11. Oh, hang on. I'll make these 3, 5, 8, 11, 12 blue. It must be 11 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 green. Oh, look at that. I remember that. That's for updating the website later. 11 green. Absolutely. Looks like 6. My voice just changed. No. It did it? 11, 12, 13, 12. Absolutely, Rowan. That's correct. Oh, it better not have, because if it has, I don't know what's causing it. So now we need to price them all and drop them back in the box. My audio interface just went weird. Oh, I don't know if there's anything I can do, you guys. I can mute. Alright, how's that? Did that fix it? I don't know if that fixed it. Oh god, and it's clipping at the end of the words again. Alright, I'm just gonna, I can fix that. Can drop it down and make it a bit quieter. You sound a bit mannish now. I don't know why it's doing it, you guys. It happens last time. It happened at about the same time as well. I've not done anything. Well, I can control the clipping, and I can control, that's it, I can control the clipping and the volume. But I don't know why it's doing it. It bugs me so much. I'm very angry now. I'm just going to press things with angry fingers. Better but not fixed. Okay, well at least it's... Oh, hello, new name. Zoe Fewer. Welcome to the chat. Sorry that my voice has gone hinky just in time for you to, you know, chat with us. So, okay, so it is definitely the audio interface, you guys. I've got a little piece of equipment here. I'm saving up to replace it. Thank you, Patreon members, so that I can get another one to try. It's not something that most people have, so it's not something I can borrow off someone local to see if that's what's doing it. So I am just going to have to buy a new one. Different style. Fibrific, your equipment wants you to be a man. Yes, I think it does. That's terrible. It's like my van. We did a tune-up and somehow killed it instead. Yep. Oh, speaking of vans, right? Totally different kind of van. I bought my dream shoes, right? It's pink or sand-coloured Vans. I wore them a couple of times, and now I've lost them. I cannot find them anywhere, and I'm really upset. And I'm just like, I want my shoes back. Can you go directly? No, you can't. You can't go directly to the laptop. Not with proper microphones. They don't have a USB connector. You've got to either buy USB microphones or use an audio interface. So I use an audio interface. Christine Crisp is finally here. Welcome to the chat. So everybody, including those of you watching on live replay, if you had to choose a colour of Nancy's Knickknacks Notion case out of these 4 colours, so the yellow, the pink, the blue and the green, which would be the colour you chose? Kim says, my laptop has mic input jacks, but it doesn't have XLR mic input jacks, so it would just have like the 3.5mm jack, right? None of my stuff's 3.5mm, because it's all proper audio equipment. Let me have a look here. There's lots of blues and reds and yellows. Christina's a blue pink. Freaky Geeks a blue for them. Yellow, pink. Blue, blue, green, blue. That's such a big mix, you guys. Lots of blues. Good to know. Good to know. That's a good bit of data. I'll go through and make a little poll out of it so that we can tell Nancy's Knickknacks. And I know they do have a purple, but they're struggling at the moment with their supplier, so the purple ones haven't been coming through. Tammy Webb, welcome to the chat, Tammy. Carol Evans is saying pink. Hey Carol. Wait, is it pink or red? It looks red to me. Look, it's a weird colour. It's a pinky red. Both would be correct.
I consider it a pink just because I'm so fussy with reds, but it could totally be classed as a red. Don't know where my blue is. It has Beyblades in it. Yeah, you lost that one. You never get that one back. How much they sell for? $6 Australian. If you're not in Australia, you can get them directly from Nancy's Knacks website. I don't have a link for that, so it's nkkshop.com, I think. I think that's their website. But yeah, you can get them from me for $6, or you can get them directly from Nancy's Knacks in US dollars. I have the elusive purple, but it's the old smaller case. Yeah, I've got a really old pink that's a pale pink with sparkles. They used to do a sparkles line. I miss the sparkles. Though purple, if you could get it, yeah. Oh, the second I get purple, I sell out of them as fast as they come in. And then I'm like, hey guys, can I just get a box of purple ones? And they're like, nope. Get them as mixed. And you're like, okay, I understand. Chintami says, I have blue, purple, and green ones. I love them. They're just such a cool little tool. Like, it's one of those things, like, if you get a good piece of equipment and it lasts and it does what it needs to do, you've got to be happy. Hey, Dee, welcome to the chat. You guys that are jumping in, don't forget to click that thumbs up button if if you're happy being here, that is. And if you're popping in the replay, pop in the thumbs up and say hi in the comments down below. I'm going to pop in after over the next couple of days and just make sure I reply to all those comments that you pop into the actual replay comments as well. Let's have a look here. Mine were $10 USD for a set of 4 direct from the site. There you go, Lindsay. Absolutely. And keep an eye, because sometimes they have little specials, little packs and things like that directly from the site. So if you're in the US or you've got some sort of awesome US shipping options, then totally do that. I'm sure, look, I'm sure you could probably get them off, what do you call that website? Amazon. I'm sure someone there would have them as well. I'll see if I can add them to my Amazon store. But other than that, I would just recommend going straight to Nancy's Knacks if you're in Australia or New Zealand, or Nancy's Knacks if you need them shipped to somewhere in the US. There's no point in getting them from me and having them shipped to Australia and then shipped back. That's silly. Where are we? Hey, Kristen Freaky. Hey. Oh, here we go. I can figure from that price. Yeah. I thought, I'm looking at my coffee cup going, wow, that honey water looks wrong, but it's because it's coffee. Cold coffee. Tasty. So I'm halfway through season 7 on Blue Healers on the 7 Plus app on my television. I'm enjoying it. I know that it's coming up to the point where one of the main characters moves on, and because I used to watch it when I was a teenager, and I'm like dreading every episode because is it this one? Is it this one? So I'm up to that at the moment. But something that I watched this week on Netflix was I binge watched the entire first season of the new Monkey Magic. Do you guys remember Monkey Magic? I used to watch it as a kid on the ABC in the afternoons after school, and Sandy and Pigsy were my absolute favorites. Monkey was like fine, but Sandy and Pigsy were my favorites. Well, now I have to say Monkey is my favorite. Chai Hansen, who plays Monkey Magic, hilarious. His eyebrows can talk. I swear to God, his eyebrows are like meh, meh, meh. Anyway, it's very funny. So I would highly recommend you getting in there and watching it. Get past the first episode because it's like the full, like, this is the history of Monkey, blah 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 blah. And it's a good episode, don't get me wrong, but wait till you get to like the second and third, so that it's definitely when they're bringing in more of the characters, because the characters are hilarious. I thank you for the link, Kim. That's awesome. So if you guys pop that in there, and if there's anywhere in a notes section, let him know that you found his website from here. That would be great. Thank you. How's the weather where you are, Fibre? It's hot and muggy, but also raining. So it's not the greatest at the moment. It's pretty bad. But I'm very lucky where I am. I have no bushfires and I have no flooding, unlike other people in my state and other people in my country. So I am very, very lucky. Anything like the Monkey King. Yeah, it's the Monkey King. Monkey Magic. What's it called now? The New Adventures of the Monkey King? I have to look up what it's called. But yeah, it's it used to be Monkey Magic, but now it might be just the Adventures of Monkey King. Chai Hansen, Chai Hansen is the lead character. Watching The Haunted House, The Haunting of Hill House. No. See, I tried to watch that, Marion. I did. I tried to watch it, but I had to nope out of it because it jump scared me in like the first 4 minutes, so I had to run away. So yeah. I'll take humidity over the other options around the nation. Oh, absolutely. So will I, Allegra. I mean, I will whinge about it. I will complain about how humid and gross it is. But I am also supremely grateful that that's the worst of it. I have to say, I don't think I ever watched it. Sully, I think you should watch it. You'll either like it or you won't. If you've got Netflix, then you're not having to pay for something that you're not going to like. You're just going to waste an hour of your time. And it's giggle funny. Like, there's some sections that are totally giggle funny. So I feel like I'm like 12. I'm like, so yeah. Glad here I'm in a safe place. I have friends further north in the flood zone and other friends in the bushfire zone. Yeah, so do I. And it's just insane. Like, I'm sorry, people, if you are anti climate change, then I'm not a person to talk to, because I am totally pro climate change. Like, this is insanity. Like, polar vortexes in the US, ridiculous heats here in Australia. Like, I've grown up here. I've been here my entire life, and we did not have weather like this when I was a kid at all. This is insanity. It's absolutely insanity. Yes, we priced all of those. They're done. Okay, I have to move that box because it's sitting on top. It's going to be noisy. What colour do you have most in the Notion cases? I'd have to have a look at what's in stock, but I think green and blue are about what I have the most of. Hang on a sec. I'm just got to move this, because there's more stuff under it. Let me see. My man was telling me about the monkey show the other day. Yeah, it's fun. You got to watch it. Where or When Calls the Heart. I could not get into that show. Yeah, Netflix keeps telling me they think I'll like it, but I watched like half an episode and just went, yeah, nah, I'm out. I don't understand why Netflix thinks I'd be interested. Hang on, I'm just going to lift all these up. Hang on. Okay. All right, nip blockers. I have freezing rain here in the US. Yeah. It can't be the only one. I don't know what that is. So yes, it is. It's too much. I can't deal. Hey Kim, a nip blocker's $40. I can't remember. I think they're $40. Do Nancy's not do the rainbow coloured ones? No, they don't. Bob at Nancy's Knickknacks helped Knitters Pride come up with these. But if you want the rainbow ones, you have to go through Knitters Pride. And I don't have an account with Knitters Pride. I only have an account with Nancy's Knickknacks. I can only get the ones they want. I just seen my dog sweater on the wrong side and sewed in the ends. Oh, Lindsay, I'm so sorry. Nip blockers, another good tool to invest in. Yes. I'm not doing this to make you buy things, guys. I'm doing this because I have to put them up on my website. But it's one of those things. It's like Tupperware, right? I love Tupperware. I think Tupperware is awesome. But I also know that it's expensive. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, if I'm like, oh my God, this product is brilliant. I love this product. And it's like something I like. I will talk about it. So yeah, it's frustrating. Catherine says, I'd like to get Netflix again. I only have Hulu, which is good as well. I've never used Hulu because it's not available in Australia. Not yet, anyway. Not unless you've got like sneaky IP blocker stuff. I'm going to cover that bit. Which I don't have, which I should have, but I don't have it. Go with the visible seams, Lindsay. I'm sure your pup won't judge you. Yeah, I'm with Allegra. I would not be pulling that apart. Not for a pupper. I got my rainbow knit blockers through Knit Picks. There you go. So if you don't want the stock standard white ones, you can go through Knit Picks and get the rainbow ones. They're the same tool. The plastic's just a different colour. These ones are like a bone cream colour. Personally, I don't care. I don't care enough about my... I'm like, does it work? Yes, thank you. Done. I'm very boring, aren't I? Now the seam won't rub on the dog's fur. Ah, absolutely. Good point, Kim. Now the pupper will love you more. I'm just going to pop some of these back in the box to get them out of the way. So I've got 10 sets of those. What are knit blockers? So when you are blocking out projects like shawls, jackets, jumpers, anything really, you either wet block it, which is where you wash it first and then you lay it out and then pin it. So instead of putting in like a million individual pins, these are like little sets, like a little 4 set or a little 8 set, and you can push it out and just chunk it in and it holds it out. I personally love them. And I love that, like, you can't see, because these are sealed, I can't open them up, but there's these little drilled holes. So what I like to do is run like a piece of thread through like a sewing needle and pick up all the points of a shawl, and then just run that thread through the points of your shawl and pin it down, like boom, pull it out and pin it so all the picos are nice and pulled. And then it's just, you know, two things that you've just dropped down, rather than pull and pin each one individually. I find it to be much quicker. It's much nicer on the projects as well. Kim's popped in a link. Thank you, Kim. Knit blockers, including photos. I appreciate that, Kim. Chris says, I didn't know what that it was called. I love knit blockers. Yeah, knit blockers are fantastic. They're great. I use them with blocking wires. Yeah, I've got blocking wires as well, and if I've got something big to do, I'll use both. I use whatever. You guys know what I'm like. Okay, $10 ones. I don't think there's any 10s here. Hang on. Oh, hang on. I'm pulling things. All right. Let's find a $10 sheet. 8, 8.50, 9, 9.50, 10. There we go. This really is a fun podcast. I'm glad I found you. Catherine, it is. I'm glad you like it. I'm sorry that I'm just working while we talk today, though. Normally I've got some craft or some spindling or something happening as well, but today, I just needed to work today. Kim says, I also like to threaten to punch holes in my kids with them if they interrupt me while I'm pinning things out. Oh, these things are sharp. Like, that's the thing. These are so sharp. Inside the base there is some heavy density foam to put them into, and keep them in there unless you've got them pinned out in something, because they will make you bleed. There's no, it's like, I can totally see why you kids freak out. So now I've got some wraps per inch tools. So this, historically I would have said this is just a spinner's tool. But I'm beginning to recommend this to knitters and crocheters who don't spin their own yarn, but people who like to substitute their yarn. So especially for us in Australia, a lot of the designers design in yarn we can't get at all or at a reasonable price. So we quite often need to substitute. Hey, my Miss Minnie, it's been ages since we've seen you in the chat. Not sure. Oh, is there problems happening for everybody, or is it just Sally? Rowan says, I personally like this. We get to chat and look at the pretty bobbles. What's my website? Fiberific.com.au. If one of the mods could pop a link in for Catherine, that would be great. Catherine, I missed where you said you were from. Are you from Australia or are you from somewhere else? Wraps per inch tools, guys. There's some rules about how to use them. So in this little kit, you get the actual little tool, which is a really nice little wooden tool. It's nice and smooth, so it's not going to damage your yarn. It's been sort of laser etched with your inch markers and Nancy's knickknacks. But you also get this little card which explains what this will end up meaning. It talks about how to do it on the back and how to use it. It says, I actually did a video on it and I did it wrong in the video, and they contacted me and actually put a comment in the video and they were like, hey, that you actually don't do it like that. I've got some yarn over here. I'm just going to drop the mic off and go and grab it, and I'll show you how to actually do it. Hi, ball of yarn. Oops. Get around the boxes. Sorry guys, okay. Microphone back on. We've got some sunflower here in some, I think this might be Joss pink. Where's the end? Oh, yarn bath. Hang on. Bee says that she has the magnetic necklace with the stitch markers. I love it. I love it too. I think it's a really nifty tool. I love that it's got the cable needle so that I don't oops, here we go, so that I don't lose it. I'll pull that out actually. I've just got one here I can open up. Okay, so according to our instructions, you place the end of the yarn at the notch and then you actually roll the tool. You don't guide it along the groove and then turn, and then you roll this. And then you kind of just push it down until you've got it. So you roll the tool. So there's no tension on the yarn, or very little tension on the yarn. Unless you know your yarn's pulling really tight out of the... Because you want the yarn to be all its puffy, glorious self. You don't want to be pulling like, you know, death gripping on it. It'll give you a wrong figure. So you just want to just roll it and roll it and roll it. And then when you get to the one, which I'll get there eventually because I'm just trying to do this, roll, roll, push down. Oops, lots of people commenting and missing it. New York, 8 p.m. When did your podcast come on here? I started an hour and 15 minutes ago, and I do that this day every week. So for me, it's Thursday 10 till 11:30, so I've still got about 15 minutes. And we're getting ready to do some other videos and stuff. There's lots of stuff. It's about 170 videos in the backlog. Not all of them are live. Some of them are product reviews and what have you. Here we go. Roll, 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 roll. All right. Oh, I went past the 1 inch. Hang on. I'm just going to pull it back until I get my 1 inch. Oh, one more roll. There we go. Okay. So you can see it's no death grip. It's not too tight. And then you just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20. So I have 20. So on here, 1922 is a superfine. Okay, I've considered it a sport, but okay. It's a number 1, so it's a fingering. Oh, that's probably pretty close. So this yarn is about 380 meters per 100 grams, so that goes in there. And so if I wanted to substitute this yarn for another project, I would make sure, you can look on Ravelry, and they quite often have their wraps per inch. So it gives you lots of information on here as well. So it's a really handy little tool. So take a little bit of time, and as you get used to it, you can use it faster. So I'll pop all this back in here. But I used to recommend it for spinners before I realized how useful it was for every yarn crafter. So yeah, I'll have to Google the necklace. Oh, here is the necklace. I happen to have one handy. So this is the Knitter's Pride necklace. I shall just move these. Yep, they're all priced. There's 5 new ones. Put those on the website. Pop that back in the bag. Okay, so this is the Knitter's Pride necklace. It comes in its little case, and you get this little cute bag, and just pull it out. Come out necklace. Oh, it's sticky taped in. I'm trying to pull on it. It's not budging. It's not budging. So it's an adjustable necklace. It feels like a suede leather. I'm sure it's probably got it written on here what it is. It doesn't say, it just says a cord. But it does feel a bit suede-ish, like leatherish. Each of them are a bit different. So they're all this sort of idea, but some of them are lighter, some of them are darker. And there's a magnet in here somewhere. But in your little case, comes with it, are all these tools. So you get like it's a little DPN for picking up needles, a J cable and a straight cable, and they're magnetic. So so you shake it while it's in plastic. Of course it's going to come undone, Chantal. But yeah, they're magnetic, so that's really cool. And then also it comes with all these little stitch markers. A couple of different sizes in there, but again they're magnetic. So you can throw your stitch markers on there if you're moving them around, things like that. And it's really cute and it's adjustable, and that's what I like. But if you've got heart issues and you've got like a pacemaker or something, I'll just whack the microphone. You've got a pacemaker or something, do not use it. There is a magnet in here, so be aware. But I love them. I think they're really, really cute. I also like, because you know what I'm like, guys, it's all about the Notions bags. Chagoo make gorgeous Notions bags. These are gorgeous little Notions bags. They just zip up and it just all slides in here. It's a gorgeous gift. I think they're great. And it just comes like this. So you can always see, you know, which one you've got. And you can flip it depending on your outfit as well. They normally are a bit different on each side. But that's those. And then I've just got a couple of Lazy Kate's price. And that's it for everything that's handy. Freaky Geek. Ha ha, that's all right. I'm watching the time, you guys. Like right where the chat is, it says I've been live for 1 hour and 20 minutes. And then there's also a clock that says 11:18. But you guys know what I'm like. I just keep nattering. Never stop. Except for the, you know, this whole weird voice thing. Sorry, guys. It's bizarre. If she's wearing the necklace, you can amuse yourself by throwing markers at her. Yeah, and Kim's totally done it too, for sure. I've watched, she just thinks it's hilarious. Also, when I was at Bendigo last year, I had people throwing things at me to see if the stitch markers would stick to me too. Hot honey water, yum. This is fresh honey that I got as a gift that I'm still eating from Marion. Marion gave me a jar of her honey, and I hope it's still good, Marion. Like, I'm still going with it. So I've got a tablespoon of Marion's honey in a flask of warm water, not boiling, but just warm. Chris is a couple of degrees above freezing. It seems like heat compared to last week. Yeah, you guys, it was insane. We were watching all these reports in Australia of what was going on, and I was just blown away. Kim says you need to change excuse me, you need to change the blinglets to something that we can use with the necklace. Yeah, the blinglets are actually, I'm just going to pop something here because it's very empty. The blinglets are made out of copper, so they're not magnetic. And I actually prefer it that way. Yeah. Honey should never go bad. If it does, it's not real honey. Now, this is definitely real honey. It came out of Marion's hive. So, honey should be fine for eternity as long as the ants stay out of it. Yeah, yep, that's an issue. Wow, I had no idea. Like, I knew honey lasted a long time. I had no idea it would last that long. Marion says, yay, it never goes off. We harvested more last month. We'll bring more when we meet. Absolutely. I'm getting ready to start organising some of my travel for this year. So I've booked my accommodation for Bendigo. This year I'm staying in a hotel. Ooh, swish. You know, so we'll see how that goes. And then I'm also organising for VidCon. They haven't put out proper dates yet, so I haven't booked anything. But we will definitely, I will let you know when I'm in Melbourne. Bye Sally, have a safe trip. Excuse me, I'm also looking at organising some other bits and bobs for us to do as a group. So we will have some fun with that. Oh man, I just need another drink. Sorry guys. Oh wow, Manuka honey is so good. Yeah, I've seen Manuka honey. Are we going to that thing out at Ormston for a look-see? Yeah, I think so. I've got to double check the days. I'm not gonna. There's a. I don't know what it's called. Kim, do you know what it's called? I've got an email about it, but I can't access it right now. There is it's like a day thing. There's a day thing where you go out and there's all stalls and stuff like that at Ormiston, which is down near Cleveland, here in Queensland. And so there's a thing on. It's a Sunday. So I'm looking forward to going to that. Just have a look around. Marion can't do Bendigo again. Why not, Marion? It was awesome. And Allegra says she's keen for Gimpy Camp again. I hope they have a camp this year. Me too, because I will put my hand up for it. Yeah, Allegra, a wedding definitely comes before Bendigo, I'm afraid. Manuka honey comes from New Zealand. I hope you're happy there. Will you drive to Bendigo? I guess you will have to with all you need to take. Yeah, I do drive down. I load up my X-Trail like a queen at Tetris. Like, boop, 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 fit everything in as much as I can. I'm looking into the possibility of hiring one of those like luggage trailers and going that way. But I can tell you right now, I am shocked how much they cost to hire. So I've got to keep looking around because so far to hire one for a week, it looks like it's going to be like $2,000. I can't do that. I can't. Because I don't want to. Well, I'll tell you why I don't want to do it for $2,000. Because I've been quoted $2,000 to have one built for me. And I don't see the point in paying $2,000 to hire one to see how it goes if I could pay $2,000 and have one forever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand that. But anyway, I'm going to keep looking into it. Trailers burn a lot more fuel too. They do, yeah. The advantage is it won't be like, it's not like I'm loading it with bricks or anything like that. I am loading it with fiber supplies and yarn and things like that. So yeah, it is a bizarre situation. But yeah, I'm looking into different ways to get more stuff down there. Oh, Marion's going to be doing Europe. Okay, Marion. You can do Europe instead of Bendigo. That's fine. You could go. Where in Europe are you going? Because if you're going to France, you totally need to go to La Bien-Aimée. I will send you a link and you can go and pet yarn and take a photo of you patting the yarn for me. See how much it would cost to buy a second-hand trailer. Well, see, the thing is, I want it to be a totally enclosed trailer. Because I've got to travel interstate and I do not want anything getting damp or icy or dirty, so I want it to be closed in. So I've been looking at that as well. Also asking your local community groups if somebody has one they can lend you for a week. Yeah. Is that as expensive there as it's here? I don't know. How much is the accommodation for the weekend? I'm there for, I think it's 5 nights and it's about $800. I think that's right. I have to double check. 900 for 5 nights, because I get there on Wednesday and I don't leave until Monday morning. So yeah. Let me have a look here. Has everyone been pressing the thumbs up button? Freaky Geek's running away. Bye, Freaky Geek. Run carefully while you're sick, because you can bang into things and hurt yourself. Spain, Poland, Germany, Amsterdam, going to Stephen and Penelope, Stephen West. Oh my gosh. Well, we need photos. You have to send us photos, Marion. We're all going to like hunt you in the Fibrific Fun Zone. Those of you that are new here, we have the Fibrific Fun Zone over on Facebook, where we continue on our chats, post pictures, inspire each other, encourage each other. It's a nice place to play. If people are mean, we delete their stuff. So yeah, that's normally what we do. If people are nasty, delete. Although in saying that, I haven't done much deleting. Let's have a look here. Ormiston House Craft Expo, Sunday, March 10 till 4. Excellent. That's the thing that I'm looking at going. I'm just going to go around and have a squiz. If anyone wants to join me, you're more than welcome. Alison says, we have a big cargo pod we put on the roof racks. They're very handy for Bendigo visits. I'm very short, Alison, and I can't even reach the roof of my car. I would also then need to pack a ladder. I'm like 5'2", so I have an X-Trail, and yeah, no, and I don't have the little side steps things. You know how some of the SUVs have those little side steps where you can stand on, hold onto the wound down window and reach up? I don't have that either. So yes, I'm definitely going to be looking at some options for storage that I can reach. Stilts. Yes, I have to pack stilts. It's like, oh, what do you need that for? Well, short, very short. Oh gosh, yes. Organising how to bring things and how to transport all your stuff so that it arrives in like as good a condition as when it leaves. That's always a fun task. The whole Bendigo thing, it's a long journey. It's if you look on Google Maps, I drive from Bethania to Bendigo, and it takes me quite a lot of time. Yeah, it takes a lot of time. So day one, I leave at 6 in the morning and I arrive at my accommodation by about 5 o'clock at night. Then day two, I leave at about 4 in the morning and arrive in Bendigo by about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I leave at 4 or 5 purely because I'm excited and I can't sleep. I could leave later. I totally could, but I just don't. Do you have an offsider for Bendigo this year? Maybe you can hire a helper to come with you and then you'll have a second car to load up. That's a discussion I've been having with some people, working out the advantages and disadvantages of doing that. The catch is I need to pay for their fuel, which fuel for driving for that amount of time, you're looking at around $300-400 as well. So that's another problem. And paying for their accommodations too. And that's not just accommodation in Bendigo, it's travel accommodation as well. Christine says, I have a Prado and I climb up the spare tyre. Hire or buy a trailer is the best bet. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at so far. Are you taking one for the team and volunteering? Leanne says, I'm considering Fiberfest this year, not too cold or as far. Absolutely. I was so tempted to go to Fiberfest last year, but I definitely think I'm going to try and get into it for this year. I'm looking at getting a more conclusive list. Like, I didn't even know Fiberfest existed last year, and I feel so sort of closed off when I found out about all these other events, and I was just like, wait, what? Because for me, it was like always about Bendigo. So, hey Denise, welcome to the chat. We're just about to wind up, I'm afraid. But you can go back and watch from the start if you like. You don't have to, no one's going to make you. Have you seen a lady in America who's converted a big coach bus and closed trailer into her mobile yarn store? I haven't, but I've seen a few things. There's actually a lady here in Australia who has a big, it's like a big camper van thing, and it's a traveling yarn store. She just pulls up, puts up some safety steps, and she's open for business. Fiberfest is in, oh my gosh, is it Singleton? I think it's Singleton. The Fiberfest I'm talking about, I think, was in Singleton, which is in New South Wales. So it's only half the drive instead of all the way into Victoria, which is like driving through 2 states to get to it. Remind me not to drink the rest of that coffee. It's very cold. It's actually really cold. But yeah, I've seen like Lisa Souza. She has like this amazing massive trailer. It looks like a 4-horse float, like that kind of length. It's all branded and looks amazing. Excuse me. It is Singleton, and New South Wales Knitting Guides run it. Oh my gosh, my voice has just disappeared. It's that ice cold coffee that did it. Let's see if we can get it back. Oh my gosh. That was the worst. Chris Bragg. Oh, you mean the Knitters one? It's in Singleton in October. That's the one. All right, you guys, I'm going to head off. I've got to go and update the website with all these new things that we priced up today. You have been fantastic in keeping me occupied and chatting while I'm working. If you were watching the replay and you got this far, kudos. And, you know, I have a lot of fun with this stuff, guys, and I really appreciate you hanging in there all this time, an hour and a half, 90 minutes every week on a Thursday. So I will talk to you all next time. Next week is a live dye stream. Don't forget to hashtag FiberFicInspo if you want me to dye yarn to be inspired by your image. That would be awesome fun. I've got a few there that we didn't get to last year, but I'd love to see some new ones as well. So have a great day, have a great week, keep crafting, keep safe. I'll talk to you all next time. Bye.